Previously on the Stanley Parable.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Loading Screen of Safety plays the Stanley Parable. I think it's the Stanley Parable. For all I know now, it's the Mariella Parable. I have no clue what just happened. I'm Christopher from Loading Screen of Safety, and I'm going to be playing this game for you all by myself. And I don't have anything to say. This is the most bizarre game in the world. I think I would go so far as to say that. How come this is different? I'm in the same room, 427, but the hallway is the hallway. There's a potted plant, that's a potted plant. There's a door, that's a door. And
when Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I think he just went right through the door on his right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It is a nice employee lounge, I tell you, I've been there. After all, I am Stanley.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
Yep.
Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room.
Imagine if he hadn't.
Life without having, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, I think actually this time Stanley went straight forward and admired this thing.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Watch yourself. All I do is push buttons. Now this place I like. Look, it's got a picture of a guy skydiving. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000. I wonder what happens if I die.
Look, Stanley,
Whoa.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Wait.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Who, you?
Someone you've forgotten about.
Is it Mariella?
Yes. Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her. It is Mariella.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who is she? Is it Mulan? Hey, good. Black. I like black. Black is fun. Forklift. Forklift is also fun. Bulldog. Can't drive the forklift. Go into the black.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Somebody tell me what is going on. Hello? Hello? This is Stanley.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
This
I'm
is
just
Stanley.
pulling the bread out of the oven.
There's bread?
Right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa. Whoa.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
You sick
I'm
monster.
trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Whoa. Can I just go? I guess I don't want to piss him off. Hi, honey. How was your day?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
You need a lozenge. Wait, what?
Stanley
I pushed
is quite
R.
a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Is it an I or an L? Oh dear. L. I.
Look at him there.
There we
pushing
go.
Buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
What else am I supposed
Now
to do?
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Oh.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
TV!
And so he began
Aw.
to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Let's spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
What?
The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I don't even know what's real anymore. Let's make spaghetti.
As he wandered through this fantasy
Whoa.
world,
Hey.
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Hey, kids, have you heard the one about Batman?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end.
Is this
That
really
he
what's
might
happening?
always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Hey, honey. I love you.
But there is no answer.
Whoa.
How could there possibly be?
I turned my wife
In
into a
reality, all
Dez.
he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
I'm afraid of this game.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. X.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
I
Can I
can.
tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
I wanted
How
to push
can I get him to
X.
see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I like X. Push. F.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
No, what?
And Stanley
What?
pushed a button.
No, he didn't.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I...
Welcome to loading screen of safety, plays the Stanley Parable. I'm Christopher, I think. Or am I Stanley? I might be a narrator. But the point is, it's 11:21. And I'm at my desk. I am at my desk. All by myself. This is an awesome game. I have no clue what's real.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
I don't think there is an outside. There's a pause menu in my brain. Begin the game again? No, thank you. I'm just going to resume. So, what am I doing? I actually don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. There's a breeze, apparently, and there's rain. And there are two doors.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Yep. Yes, he did. He did that. He entered the door on his left, and then he went to the conference room, and there's whiteboard manager and the
Yet there was not
PowerPoint
a
presentation,
single person here
and he was
either.
so bemused,
Feeling a wave
bewildered.
of disbelief,
He ran
Stanley
into a
decided
wall.
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
He went all the way up
office.
the stairs to his boss's office, and he said, "Wow, this is cool. Let's try the executive bathroom. Oh dear, it's locked. What a shame." Hello? That's not supposed to happen. Because the boss knows what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. See what the boss reads. Extreme bathrooms! And time. And it's white outside once more. And there's a towel. It's lovely. Hand soap. Mirror. It doesn't really work that well. And potted plant. Nothing happens in here. Why am I allowed to go in here all of a sudden? Well, there's chairs. And everything closes. And Stanley went to the computer. And Stanley looked at the pencils, and Stanley wondered why there were two phones. Probably because this is the boss's office and this is the secretary. And then Stanley looked at the magazine, and it says business time, and he thought that really didn't sound thrilling at all. And then Stanley tried these doors, and all of a sudden everything was unlocked. So Stanley kind of wanted to go back and try all those other doors. Except now he can't get back out. So Stanley looked at the panda on the painting. With a gun to its head. Business strategy. Strategy. And there's a man with a tie. Good tie. Good. Elevator. Button. My narrator isn't telling me what to do. So I don't really know what to do. Or what not to do. Usually.
Stepping into
Wait,
his
no, I wanted to go
manager's
back.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
28:45.
What could its purpose be? In fact, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Oh, shut your face.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Well,
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
well. Hey, tell you what. I'm just gonna go and stand by this generator, and we're gonna end this episode right.